as a suggestion, for example, in our Latin American countries and specifically for Ecuador, what could you suggest in terms of introducing to our organization, that is, changes in the different areas of organization and then technology, or to do this simultaneously with the objective that the use of technology within the organization will bring positive outcomes? What would you recommend?
So it's the chicken or the egg?
Well, it's an iterative approach. You will certainly, introducing the technology and expecting the organization to change cannot be assumed. You can begin to change the organization, adopt some technology and begin using it, see how that changes the organization, and then maybe change the organization again and adopt more sophisticated technology. But it's not a one-time thing, and it is not something you have to do everything at once. But you begin that journey of using some technology, changing your organizational behavior and culture, and then adopting more technologies.
Excellent. We go to Tepic, Mexico for our next question.
Currently, the organizations are worried about incrementing economic value in their products to have total client satisfaction. How can we involve the human element and still use technology in this process to achieve these results?
I think the human element there that you want to be involved with is understanding your customer. Your marketing people, your sales people are understanding the needs of the customer and how you're going to supply a solution for their needs. Now, it may also be the tricky thing with technology is they may not know they need that. We didn't know we needed cell phones, and we didn't know we needed a box on our desk to communicate. But as we gained more experience with it, we got people to start using it. I had a dean a few years ago who began using email when we first were introducing email, and we found that important messages were on our email. And that began getting us involved in using email, and now we can't live without it.
Exactly. Ensenada, Baja California will provide us with the next question. Go ahead, please.
What strategies could we use to administer time as an academic person and be able to use technology in a certain field of study, specifically in the school environment?
Okay, well, what do you mean by time? Could you elaborate on that, please?
Bueno, well, usually as an academic, you're very busy. For example, preparing your classes,
Yes.
your workload, and the subject that you have to develop with your students. But I know that this technology could be implemented then to optimize and to use our time more efficiently in learning. And what strategy could you recommend then to be more efficient in terms of our time?
Great. Thank you for the explanation.
I would say one of the things I've seen, and not just in higher education, but in corporations, is that organizations need to reinforce the use monetarily through promotions or as part of a criteria for promotions. We sometimes fall prey to the theory called the folly of expecting A and reinforcing B. We expect people to use technology, but we don't reinforce it in their performance evaluations, for instance. And so I think the organizations need to reinforce it. I know one university, the lecturers who teach online are paid a $500 bonus because it's a new technology. There's a high, steep learning curve. And so to get the program growing, they offered an increased benefit.
They also offer release time and calm time to some faculty who choose to use technology.
I have found on my own experience is that it was my own investment. I had set goals that I would learn a new technology. In this case, I'm thinking of PowerPoint, which I embarrassed myself for a year when I was first starting to do it. But I knew that was a technology or a direction we were going, and I, in my own allocation of time, allocated a certain amount of time to adopt that technology. I think just as organizations make the mistake of focusing strictly on immediate results and not investing in the technology and the training, as we've said, with academics, that's something we also have to do, is to allocate a certain portion of time to upgrading our expertise in the technology to get the benefits of time.
And look at that as an investment in our future activity. Great. Any other comments, any last-minute comments about...
Just one word, as I'm hearing these questions, they're really excellent, but, and sometimes I don't think we have to get too complicated. What Dr. Rhyne says is, in virtual team number 1, remember that your customer is the person, the virtual team member, and I think as a manager you have to consider the value and respond to that. The other point is, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're talking about humans and the skills that human beings have had forever. And so it's just a matter of bringing to our consciousness, being more aware of what we do naturally so that we can find a way to communicate in that way online. I don't think we're really reinventing the wheel.
Thank you for your excellent questions, but we have run out of time. We hope that you have enjoyed participating once again in this exciting multilingual and multinational program. The mission of ITC is to promote a better understanding of our diversity worldwide, the new dynamics of global interdependence, and our growing need for each other through shared distance learning and networked collaboration. We thank you all once again for participating. The ITC is pleased to invite its associates to participate in its next training and certification seminar workshop for distance learning coordinators, instructors, and consultants. The seminar will take place here in San Diego on June 30 through July 3. For more information or to register, contact the ITC at info@itc-group.org. We invite you to participate in the 7th video conference for this year's series, Strategies for Competitive Performance, airing July 3, 2003, entitled Generational Productivity and Change, How to Maximize Our Demographic Potential. For additional information on this video conference series, please consult your participants' manual, where you will find the dates and specific topics for each program. For more information, you may visit our website, itc-group.org. On behalf of all of us, I thank you for your ongoing participation and interest in this program. Thank you, and see you soon.